we have 3 tips for RVers who are just beginning and something you should never do inside an RV. My name is Jeff Kinsbach. My wife Patty and I have been traveling around the country for 2 months now, living in an RV. We are full-timers. There's all sorts of things you can see and do. We're actually outside of Palm Springs, the Coachella Valley, and there's all sorts of hiking, outdoor activities. The sights are magnificent. Anyway, we've got 3 tips for new RVers. Number 1, walkie-talkies. These things come in really handy, especially if you're backing up a big rig or even a small trailer into a parking spot. You got to have somebody behind you on that walkie-talkie telling you what to do and where to put it.
How about the range?
Oh, the range is awesome. About 3 miles. So if you're in a campground and your kids are running around somewhere and you don't have any, cell phone service, you can use these walkie-talkies. Same thing if you unhook your car that you're towing and maybe your significant other or your wife is driving ahead of you and you don't have any of that phone coverage. These are handy dandy.
And they're rechargeable.
And they are rechargeable.
All right, let's get on to tip number 2.
Tip number 2, a refrigerator thermometer. Why? Well, your food is important, you don't want it to spoil, and some of those refrigerators on RVs can quit. Or maybe they work on batteries, maybe they work on 117 volts. You never know what's going on inside that refrigerator. Play it safe with this handy-dandy little device. You'll be glad you did.
Okay, but here's another tip. An oven thermometer also.
Yeah, absolutely. You can get them anywhere. Your oven on an RV doesn't go ding when it reaches 350 degrees. So, you start that propane oven and you're like, geez, do you think it's 350 yet?
And they're very inexpensive. You can just get them in the grocery store in the kitchen gadget aisle.
And now for our final tip. Tip number 3. This was told to me by the gang at General RV in North Canton. Great place to buy an RV, great place to have yours serviced as well. It's patience. You have to be patient. Things are gonna go wrong. Maybe something breaks down, maybe something comes apart. You gotta be handy, but you have to be patient and realize it's just part of the journey. There's a lot of fun happening out there. Also, you're in tight quarters with your significant other or your wife, and sometimes it can get a little bit dicey. So that's tip number 3. All right, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And one more thing, never do this in an RV, and that is when your wife is taking a nice hot shower, don't go into the kitchen and start washing your hands with hot water because her water will suddenly go cold. And then guess what happens? She screams. Bloody murder. Anyway, hope you enjoyed our tips. We got more coming your way. Like I say, subscribe, travel safely.
Bye.